what's going on YouTube? What's going on with my Patreon friends and everyone, all my singing friends, man. I just watched Usher do the carpool karaoke, and like I was really intrigued. Like I was so accustomed to all the records, and Usher sounded so buttery, and like his like raw stripped out vocal with nothing in front of him, man. He sounded like very, I don't like to use the word aggressive, but he sounded like he was like really like attacking the beat almost, you know, like it was like, it looked like he was singing loud. It looked like he was using his chest voice a lot, man. So like I'm looking forward to this. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm not gonna distract myself too much. Where did this screen go? This one. This is an Usher medley from the 2014 BET Awards. And like Usher's been around for a long time, man. 2014 is still well into his career, right? So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't really know, like I didn't look at like the set list or anything. I don't have internet. This is just something I downloaded earlier. Getting internet on Saturday though, so I can't wait, man. I can't wait. We're gonna do lots of lives together. We're gonna get Twitch streams stuff going. But anyway, until then, you can like and subscribe here. You can hit that notification button. Drop your comments down below. Let me know if there's any other Usher I gotta see. If there's some behind the scenes, I really want to see him singing in the studio. I really want to see how they address recording his vocal and everything, because I'm super curious. What else? If you like this technical stuff, you can check me out on Patreon as well. Links in the description box. Make sure this is all going.
The rest of the night, apologizing for it. Give it up for one of the great singers and dancers and performers of our time, yo!
Did you say you?
They call me USHERRAYMOND. Now, baby, tell me what you wanna do with me. Got me feeling like Jodeci. Every time that you roll with me, holding me, trying to keep control of me nice and slow. You know, never letting go, never messing up my flow. This how the hood go. Come on.
Oh man, that was tough. I gotta turn this up. I gotta turn this way up. Come on, Usher. Usher's got he's showing off some cadence here. He's showing off some scheming. Come on. Look at the fit too.
They call me USHERRAYMOND. Now, baby, tell me what you wanna do with me. Got me feeling like Jodeci. Every time that you roll with me, holding me, trying to keep control of me nice and slow. You know, never letting go, never messing up my flow. This how the hood go. Come on.
That was tough, man. I dug that whole section. He was keeping to like the the love theme, but he was keeping it sexy. He's keeping it like in the club kind of feel. You know what I mean, man? I dug that.
We just getting started. Yeah, I do it for the ladies, but I gotta keep it hood. Where we at, BT? Take that and rewind it back.
What a performer, man. Like, look at all his dance moves. Come on. He's just showing off here, too. Just feeling himself here.
Take that and rewind it back.
He looks great doing it, man.
Every time I was with my... every time you called, I told you, baby, I'm working. No, I was out doing my dirt. I wasn't thinking about you getting hurt. Was hand in hand in the Beverly, sitting like man, not giving a who sees me. So gone, so wrong, acting like I didn't ever sitting at home, thinking about me, being the good girl that you are, but you probably believe you gotta. I mean, I never would do the things I'm about to tell you I've done. Brace yourself, it ain't good, but it would be even worse if you heard this from somebody else.
So like, there's a few things I'm really impressed by, and like obviously Usher's a pro and he doesn't need my affirmations, but it's my reactions. So these are the things I'm going to talk about. His capacity to switch between like staccato and like the rapping and like the singing, like actual like soulful like singing. You know what I mean? Like for me, just like personally as a singer, I have a hard time separating the two. I have to like warm up and get into the staccato to like be quick like that and not like bleed notes into each other. And then when I switch, once I've gotten into like my flow state, we'll call it, literally, and I try to go back into like melodies or like legato singing, like longer held notes and stuff like that, it takes me a minute, man, to separate them. And it's just I always find it impressive when people are super proficient at that. And like Usher is like almost showing it off here a little bit. Like, hey man, I can do both. Like, don't forget, I can do both. You know what I mean? Like, and he was kind of touching on that too. He's saying that he's gonna do stuff for the club and for the hood, right? Like, it's dope, man. And like, like the fit is wild. He's pulling it off great. I have no idea what this microphone is. I'm gonna guess that it's some kind of like a dynamic microphone because it's got like a really present low mid, and it sounds like you can hear like it's really punchy instead of like sizzly, if that makes sense. So that's gonna be my guess at least. I think it sounds great. I'm a fan of dynamic mics more than hypercardioid mics anyway, so I'm here for all this, man. The chain looks great. It all looks great.
Got you on your feet now. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Drop. Bounce. Bounce. Yeah. Everybody bounce. Let's go.
Now.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I could say, my chick on the side said she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm cold and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta give part two. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What we gonna do now? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. It's slow it down on the flow. Flow. Flow.
That comes off. The confidence, bro.
See the thing about you that caught my eye is the same thing that makes me change my mind. Kinda hard to explain, but girl, I'll try.
Woo.
I'm reminded,
Put the run
but
here.
girl, I'll try. I'm reminded.
So there's a couple ways you can do runs, right? So one is like with a physical movement, and I don't know if it like if you need the physical movement to need the run in this one particular kind of example, but you can change things like airflow. You can limit or like open up airflow when you actually like move your jaw, move your tongue and stuff like that to like help with the runs. And like, you know, there's a mental a mental like association with like physical change and movement, right? So some people will do that, but there's another way where you can do it where like you don't move your jaw and you just do it with the notes, but that has like a more consistent airflow to it, right? And it looks like Usher is kind of going back and forth between both. And like in my kind of experience, that's usually like a self-taught thing, like where you're probably watching your idols, you go to lots of music, you go to lots of concerts, maybe like singing in church and stuff, and you're just kind of taking it all in, as opposed to someone teaching you their one way that they've become proficient in it. Typically people, and I'm not trying to like shit on anyone or anything, but like typically when you get good at something, you stick to it, right? Because like you don't want to spread yourself too thin. You want to get good at something. So like when I'm looking for stuff like that, it for me it feels like it's like a little bit of like self-taught probably, or like, you know, mentorship taught, instead of like just like out of the gates professional, like kind of here's coaches, you're going to be a singer type thing. If that makes sense. It's dope to see. It's real dope to see. It's cool how they're like flipping through a bunch of Usher hits too. It's like they're playing like iPhone DJ almost, and it's like it's just hit after hit.
I did every time I look at you, girl. You remind me of a girl that I once knew, yeah. Whenever I look at you, of the things singing, she put me through, oh, yeah. This is why I just can't get. Yo, after the night, don't need your girl around me. She'll play it for real. Nigga for real. Hey.
Drumming's going off, man. All this gospel drumming is just fantastic. Listen to this.
After the night, don't need your girl around me. She'll play it for real. Nigga for real. Hey.
Come on, Usher. Come on now.
Don't need your girl around me. She'll play it for real. A nigga for real. Hey. Listen, gonna boogie.
He just looks like he's having a blast, man. Because like I seen him smiling earlier, and like the thing is when you smile, it sounds like you're smiling, right? So the fact that he just like let himself enjoy the moment, enjoy like everyone going nuts and stuff, and kept singing like with that biggest smile on his face, it's so cool to see. I said this in the carpool karaoke too. It looks like he's just having a blast, just enjoying playing music, man. Oh yeah, let's go. That was a whole bunch of them.
who been doing it my way, getting my routine and my career. Every lover, yo, in and out my life, I hear Lord and left the tears without a care.
I love seeing all the different choreo too. Like I've been watching Chris Brown lately. I've been watching Bruno obviously lately. Watching Usher. Like they all have their own kind of like vibe that they kind of like give off, and it's just like, man, this is some cool like got some like drip swag. But I don't know how to say it. It's just like it's got some sort of coolness to it, man. That it's just different. Like look at him. Drummer's spazzing. Come on now. I think there's a whole horn section too, and the synth, like the whole big band thing is just the right way to do this, man. Come on. It's neat though because you can take the extremes of like normally we're accustomed to drums being like the driver of the rhythm, like the keeper of the beat, right? But in this, the drummer's just like going off, right? Like doing all these crazy fills, like all this like lead drum stuff, and then you have the horns doing the bop, 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 keeping the rhythm, right? So it's like it gives the drummer freedom to step away from like the holding down the four on the floor, right? And it's just like it makes it so funky, man. It's like I watched a whole documentary on how stuff like that makes people want to dance, like where you have melodic instruments filling in for the rhythm, and it's so cool to see it like this and like hear it, because like I've heard this song a million times, but I've never heard it like this, right? It's just like it's a different energy. It's neat though. Listen to the horns versus the drums. Listen to the horns versus the drums. Like it's cool, right? The drummer's free to do everything he wants, and he's doing lots of accent shots with the band and stuff. But all that tom stuff, like it says, if he was locking down the whole beat, it would just change the whole energy. It would all be lost. But since you have like the horns, the synths, the bass, everyone locked in doing those big shots, it gives you something to follow still, right? It's so cool. Oh, here we go. Is Usher playing drums now? No. Oh, it is. Just like, look at him, man. It just. Oh, he forgot his mic. I saw that coming because I seen it on the stand there. He forgot his mic. But just look at him though. He just looks so cool, man. Just strutting out here, and he just did his little drum fill and this great DW kit, and it's just like now he's just gonna come strut out here and own the stage again. Like, come on.
Been around the world, I used a lot of girls, so I'm guessing it is true. You make me holler and I bet $1 million. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. It's 5 in the morning, cause she's rolling while she making me kiss her. Yeah.
Come on, falsetto.
It's 5 in the morning, we could only be about to do yeah.
Look at him. He's just looking like he's having a blast, man. Come on now. Look at him.
Listen, the only thing I know, she give it to me, baby, with good flow. Don't ever wanna crack, come on, get more. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Can't keep my control.
Man, Usher sounded like he was wailing there. And this is what I was talking about, like at the beginning. He sounded like he's singing real loud, real present. Like there's no like self compression. There's no like self limiting of the vocal. It just sounds like he's just like wailing on that, and I love it. Still sounds like a dynamic microphone to me. Synth, come on now.
Been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that it's true. You make me holler and I bet $1 million. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you.
Dope, man. Dope medley. It's cool. Like
Please welcome the
one of y'all who's like more proficient in the Usher is gonna have to let me know how much of like a timeline that we just covered, because like there's like just hit after hit after hit in there, eh? Like fantastic, man, fantastic. Usher's like proven that he's a pro and he can cover all the grounds. You know what I mean? Like he's rapping, he's singing, he's doing falsetto, he's like wailing, in my opinion, chest voice, like just like letting it out. You know what I mean? Putting on a show too, like dancing his ass off, looking like he just owned the stage and like comfortable, walking in between like the crowd with that like one little like bridge there, like barely even looking. Man's a tank, man. I appreciate y'all watching this with me. I appreciate y'all hanging out and everyone on Patreon, all supporting everyone. See you again soon.